Welcome once again to Commander by Danon. Today's video came about because of a random thought I had. While building OT's Animar deck last month, I asked the question if anyone had a Commander deck built around one of the old-school boogeymen of Commander. Nekusar the Mindrazor used to be one of the most feared commanders in any pod, and I think he still deserves that fear. So I'm attempting to build Nekusar as evil as possible. Additionally, this will not be a budget build. I've already made a budget Nekusar video, and I'll post a link in the top corner if you want to go check it out. Now, before we get started, I would like to ask you to quickly like and subscribe. It really does help the channel, and it's free. With that out of the way, let's get into the video. Nekusar the Mindrazor is a 5-mana, 2/4 legendary zombie wizard. He says that at the beginning of each player's draw step, that player draws an additional card. On top of that, whenever an opponent draws a card, he deals 1 damage to that player. Nekusar is one of the best wheel commanders in Magic. We force our opponents to draw tons of cards and kill them with our commander. You can even give Nekusar Infect to kill them quicker. But I didn't want to go that route. That's right, this deck doesn't have a single wheel effect. Instead, we're running stacks. The goal of this deck is to watch our opponents slowly draw through their entire deck, turn after turn, hoping to find an answer, eventually failing, and dying from the card draw. That's right, this is a Nekusar prison deck. It is so evil that Cute Stuff is working on putting it together, a gleeful glint in her malicious eyes. But before we get to our deck list, we should keep in mind our checklist. 50 mana sources, usually split between 37 lands and 13 pieces of ramp, 10 pieces of card advantage, 8 to 10 pieces of spot removal, 2 to 3 board wipes, 2 pieces of graveyard hate, and 1 sudden I win card. Command Tower, Exotic Orchard, Polluted Delta, Bloodstained Mire, Scalding Tarn, Misty Rainforest, Verdant Catacombs, Arid Mesa, Xander's Lounge, Watery Grave, Blood Crypt, Steam Vents, Morphic Pool, Luxury Suite, Training Center, Shipwreck Marsh, Haunted Ridge, Storm-Carved Coast, Bojuka Bog, 6 islands, 6 swamps, and 6 mountains make up our lands for this deck. Sol Ring, Arcane Signet, Talisman of Dominance, Talisman of Indulgence, Talisman of Creativity, Dimir Signet, Rakdos Signet, Izzet Signet, Wayfarer's Bauble, Solemn Simulacrum, Mind Stone, Felbar Stone, and Chromatic Lantern make up our mana ramp package. Elixir of Immortality to stop ourselves from decking out, Jeska's Will, and Underworld Breach make up our personal card advantage package. For group draw effects, we've also got Spiteful Visions, Howling Mine, Fevered Visions, Teferi's Puzzle Box, Kami of the Crescent Moon, Stormfist Crusader, Font of Mythos, Temple Bell, Horn of Greed, and Jace Beleren. Ironcrag Pyromancer, Counterspell, Negate, Abrade, Feed the Swarm, Bedevil, Rakdos Charm, Chaos Warp, and Imprisoned in the Moon make up our spot removal package. Cyclonic Rift, and Blasphemous Act. Simple and efficient. Back to Basics sends most decks back to the Stone Age, as does Winter Orb. Mana Breach does affect us as well, but we've got plenty of mana rocks, so we should be okay. Price of Glory makes counterspells extremely painful. Stranglehold to shut down tutors and turns effects. Arcane Laboratory to slow down storm and combo decks. Mana Barb makes you the most popular player at the table. Opposition Agent to stop combo decks. Ashiok Dreamrender also helps to lock down combos and is one of the best pieces of graveyard hate in the game. Painful Quandary is a card that makes cute stuff giggle, so of course I had to include it. Finally, Sunder may be one of the meanest and underplayed Magic cards in Commander. Peer into the Abyss kills someone outright if Nekusar is on board. I also wanted some backups for our commander in Underworld Dreams, Obnixilis the Hate Twisted, and Fate Unraveler. To help end games quicker, we're running several damage increasing effects in Sulfim Mayhem Dominus, City on Fire, Fiery Emancipation, Dictate of the Twin Gods, and Furnace of Wrath. Psychosis Crawler helps to increase the damage dealt. Harmonic Prodigy also serves as a damage doubler with our commander, and Spark Double can give us a second copy of Nekusar. Swiftfoot Boots serves as protection, and Mirror Maid helps to make a copy of any of our nasty enchantments. Now that we have our deck list, we should compare it to our checklist. 50 mana sources split between 37 lands and 13 pieces of ramp, 14 pieces of card advantage, 9 pieces of interaction plus 11 pieces of stacks, 2 board wipes, 3 pieces of graveyard hate in Bojuka Bog, Rakdos Charm, and Ashiok Dreamrender, 1 Sudden I Win card in Sunder. No, seriously, I know that Peer into the Abyss can kill a single player as needed, but Sunder returns all lands to their controller's hands. So if we cast that on top of everyone drawing a ton of cards and the rest of our stacks effects, our opponents won't be able to ever catch up. In fact, for extra evil, you will want to cast Sunder when you have a Teferi's Puzzle Box on board. Now, some of the staples that are in many Nekusar decks, such as Migrim or Liliana's Caress, didn't fit with what this deck is trying to do. Since we're not wheeling, we can't guarantee that our opponents will be discarding their cards. Now, we could swap out our Howling Mine effects for wheel effects if we wanted to, but I wanted to slowly grind my opponents down until the inevitable was upon them. More fun that way. Do you have a Nekusar deck? What about one of the other original boogeymen of Commander? Leave a comment below. Thanks for tuning in. Once again, a huge shout out to my editor Cute Stuff. I couldn't make these videos without her. If you'd like to hire her to edit your own videos, there's a link to her Fiverr page below. If you're looking for ways to support the channel directly, you can head on over to patreon.com/Danon. One of the tiers is specifically set up for Commander. For only $25, I will build you a custom Commander deck based around your specifications, and even do a deck video on it. I also wanted to give a quick shout out to all of my patrons: Waffles, Jiraiya, Muffins, Marcus, Phoenix of Ice, Squishy, Brett, Roxy, Josh, Sean, OT, Richard, Pop Zombie, Mark, and Danny. You guys are awesome. I post new Commander deck videos often, so be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified of new videos. Also, if you're a fan of anime and manga like I am, feel free to check out my other channel, Musings by Danon. Again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all again next time on Commander by Danon.